Hi everyone, my name is Mike and welcome to the Virtual Y. Today we're going to do 20 minutes of a big old stretch. So why would you want to stretch? Well, basically our flexibility is related to our mobility. And so no matter who we are or what stage of life we're at, our ability to adapt in any situation that we may find ourselves in can really make the difference between going about our day in a healthful way or potentially risking injury. So when we keep up our mobility, we make ourselves a lot more nimble as we move through life. We're gonna start lying back. So come on back. And we're gonna have a huge full body stretch. So take your hands, interlace, flex your feet, and shine your solar panels up, up, and away. And I want you to really take some mindfulness into this pose. It's like you're standing on the wall below your feet and reaching your hands to the other side too. So it's a full body stretch. Don't phone it in. Engage your navel, engage your glutes. Draw the small of your back away from the floor a little bit. And feel those shoulder blades retract just a little bit. So you're reaching, but you're also super engaged. And hold that and feel the energy build. It's a really nice sensation you get when you both stretch and activate at the same time. Good, and then on an exhale, let's release that and draw your knees into your chest and give yourself one big hug here, either hands on knees or hug yourself in. Good, and just compress that low belly for a second. And then we're gonna come on up, chin into chest, easy rock, and come onto all fours. So, coming onto all fours, let's have our knees wide. We're just do a child's pose, toes together, and sit back. Release yourself on down. If you need to, you can put a fist or two underneath your forehead for support, or if you need to, the hips can sit a little higher too, all right? And let's do a side stretch with this. So walk your hands over to the right side a little bit. And while you're in this, see if you can then tent your left fingers, tent your left hand, and feel how that activates the whole side of the body down here, okay? Big stretch through the left side body. And then allow yourself to take nice, smooth, long breaths. Relaxing into things. One of the key things in stretching here today is going to be that you will yourself to actually relax. Let's walk over to the left side, okay? And then once you're there, tent your right fingers. Allowing yourself to relax also sends a signal to your brain that literally the tension that you're building is safe, all right? Your mind should not regard your tension as stress. All right, let's go ahead and walk through back to the center. And then we're going to come up to hands and knees, tuck your toes, and we're gonna walk ourselves through, maybe come through a down dog briefly, press through your hands to lengthen your back and lift your hips, draw the navel in and up. And then I wanna walk forward towards the hands, come on up and have a forward fold. So from here, place the hands at the shins and give me a halfway lift. So from here, you are really lengthening all sides of the body. As I press myself away from the legs, crown of my head goes way far away from the hips. Now I'm tipping forward. You want to feel like the balls of your feet and your big toes are making a little bit of an impression. Big stretch up the backs of the legs. Straight arms, straight back, straight legs, all right? And yeah, you feel like you're tipping a little bit forward, all right? Draw the navel in. So let's take a nice big inhale here, and then when you exhale, bend your right knee a little bit as you come into forward fold and feel that lightning go up the left side, right? Inhale, come back to the halfway lift, again, way out in front. Then exhale, bend your left leg a little bit. Do that a couple more times. Inhale, again, snap back into the long lines in the body. Exhale. Inhale one more time, making sure we get even rounds left and right. Exhale, bending the left. Good. Let's come back to halfway lift. Bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees a little bit, and rise. And we're gonna have a little bit of full body stretch again. So what you did when you're lying down, clasp and reach. Let's do again, reaching up nice and high. But now I'm gonna add a little bit of challenge. You want your feet to have some space in between them. Inhale to reach. Now as you exhale, I want you to come up onto your toes and bring your hands back to your crown of your head. All right, inhale, put your heels down and reach, reach, reach. Exhale, heels lift and hands come down. Nice. Oh man, super coordination here. Doesn't hurt. Your focus is all 100% right here, right now, which is not a bad thing. Let's go ahead and surrender then and bring our arms to come behind us. So you're gonna hold either your wrists, your forearms, or if you can have shoulders be really open, clasp behind you, all right? Now, at the same time, lift on up through your heart, draw the shoulders back again, and as you exhale, make sure your low spine is safe. Draw your navel in, draw the lower ribs in and back. Really strong at the low spine as well. Huge shoulder opener. Good, now if you want, I'm turning here time and again, but you don't have to turn, it's just so you can see me. Take this with you and come halfway down, put your belly on your legs, all right? Hang out here and pretend someone's got your hands and they're pulling you back. All right, and then let's go ahead and just release to the floor. If you're facing me, that's good. Take your feet nice and wide, and we're gonna have some inner thigh stretches here. So starting in the center, just kind of make sure that your feet are facing maybe a little bit out and start to walk side to side like this. All right, so if it's a strain for you to be down low to the floor, yes, you can come up and do something like so. Just lunge side to side, and then we're eventually gonna hold these for a little bit. So, inhale, let's go ahead and hold on the right side here and really sink into a long leg. So if you want, you can bring your hands to the floor if you've got that flexibility and it's not creating a lot of rounding in the back. No dumping into the pose that we're doing here. And any depth, any width of feet is going to be good here. Taking this into your breath, making sure that exhale allows us to settle into the stretch. Okay, then we're gonna do the other side. Walk on over and lunge into that other leg here over on the left side. So finer points, my knee is turned out towards my feet. And again, if I wanted to use a support here, something under my hands, that's great too. Nice, keeping the navel in and up. Good, so we stretch those inner thighs individually. Let's do them together. Come back to center. Maybe take your feet and make them more parallel. Inhale and make yourself into a nice kind of tabletop here. And then exhale, surrender, forward fold into that wide-legged stance. Now, same thing. Do you remember when we were doing our other forward fold, I'd said put your weight a little forward. Feel it in the fronts of the feet. You want to do that here again. And here you'll find out if your mat or whatever you're standing on is sticky enough. You want to be able to rely on the foundation of your feet, right? Good. Let's start walking out of this, and we're actually going to come back to the mat. So if you want to transition, maybe one knee down, two knees down, and we're going to go ahead and come onto our fronts next. All right, and you're going to come fully down onto your front side here. Lower yourself on down and lengthen your body nice and long. Extend those legs behind you. And we're going to begin with our hands at your tailbone. So make this kind of diamond shape here. And I want you to reach on out through your right arm and reach one side. Then, if it feels accessible to you, take that left foot up and reach through the body opposite directions, okay? Nice, big, long locust. Keep those shoulders back. Keep your head and neck searching for the space behind you. And if this is too challenging, you definitely can just reach with those limbs touching the floor, all right? Take one more nice inhale, reach, and exhale, reach. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and surrender for a moment. Put those hands back, lower down, and then reach on out through the left hand and the right foot. Reach long, draw the navel up into you. So again, part activation and part stretch happening here. Sometimes that activation helps us get into the stretch a little bit more. Inhale to reach long, exhale to reach longer. Good. And let's go ahead and press ourselves back up to all fours. From here, we're gonna do what's called a pigeon pose, and I've got some options if you need it. Slide your right knee up to your right hand and just kind of keep this foot under you in the middle. And you want to slide this back foot back as far as you can get it to. Straighten the foot. Now from here, you can do any variation of this pose that suits you. If you want to stay lifted, you'll actually feel more stretch on the front side of those hips. Probably already feeling a big stretch in the open hip that's under the folded leg too, right? You can choose to do the forward folding version of this as well. And if you do that, you're gonna feel even more stretch happen on that outer hip. Now, if this really bothers you and the knee won't do that, just lie back and give yourself the reclining figure 4, reclining pigeon, all right? Taking your last couple breaths here, coming back in, surrender. Good, and then walk on up. And we're gonna transition from here. Just allow yourself to sit, put the hips down, draw your back knee in to touch your foot. Now take your right hand back, I'm on my right side, and then if you want, inhale, press up, hips lift, and reach on up overhead. Huge side body stretch. Look beyond the arm or look down at your hand. Press your hips forward. Don't let the breath stop. Let it help you relax into it. Beautiful, and then come back on down. We're just gonna go ahead and switch sides on that. Come back to all fours. From here, slide the left knee up towards the left hand, foot is under the body, and slide that foot back behind you as well. Make any small adjustments that you feel like you need to in order to relax in a stretch. Again, you can maintain a lift like so, which is a little bit of a different sensation. You're gonna feel a little bit more of a back bend, a little bit more stretch on the front side of the hip. You come on down, then you're really gonna start feeling it enter that space of the hip if we surrender. Wherever you're at, once you've found your place, bring it back to your smooth breath and let the tension filter away, especially on that exhale. Good, let's come back on up and we'll do the other staircase, I called it. Take your back knee and have it join again with that foot. My left arm's gonna come back around, and then as I press into my knees, lift my hips, I'm gonna go long, all right? Looking either past my arm or down at my supporting hand. Really stretching into those hips, keeping the navel active as always to support our spine. Good, and let's come back down, descend the staircase. Then we're gonna go ahead and turn around and face front. So, do some single leg stretches here. Extend your right leg on out. And for this stretch, we're going to just go ahead and inhale, lift ourselves, orient yourself towards that leg, and 3 times exhale, extend forward over that leg. Now, I'm gonna flow this 2 more times. Inhale, so that we can get ourselves into the right position. Forward from the waist, further down the leg, all right? Do it again. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, reach further forward. Now surrender to gravity, all right? Hands rest wherever they will. Foot, toe, foot, anything you need. You can assist or not assist. Some of our lower backs may not love it if we are pulling a whole lot. And I want you to get the benefit here of the whole back of the leg stretching, as well as the low back. All right, so whatever you need to do to bring that through the entire back side of the body. And know that, so you see me folding forward this much, but if you're feeling a full stretch up here, then that's your stretch, okay? Take one more nice long inhale, and then deeper exhale. And then let's go ahead and come center. So we're gonna go wide-legged right here. Now, here's the tight one. It's the stretch no dude wants to do, right? Let's place our hands behind us, and if you have a lot of problems with maintaining your position in a stretch like this, hands behind you really can help, because it helps you stay nice and lifted, and then just relax, relax, relax. Everything on down. Of course, if you feel supported, you can come forward into this. Handy block, also a nice place to go. Again, command yourself to let go, all right? If you're feeling tension, let the breath dissolve it and relax. It takes time for our bodies to warm into a stretch and to let that connective tissue go a little bit. So that's why we hold it and why I'm asking you to breathe through it, both for the physical and the mental aspects of it. Good. Come back on up. We're going to stretch the other single leg. So come on towards that leg, and we're going to get there. You don't have to get there in one. Let's do it in three. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, reach forward, and we'll do it again. Inhale, lean back. Come on up. Exhale, reach even farther forward from the waist. Inhale one more time. And then exhale, far forward, find your gravity. Use your assistance wherever you would like, if you would like. Maybe even guiding that hip back a little bit, the heel forward a little bit, and just being conscious of the totality of the stretch that's happening up the whole back side of the body. It's nice to have that leg be nice and long. So I would say if you find yourself trying to be way down here, but this knee is super bent, come up, get it long so that the whole back of the leg can stretch properly, okay? Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw the navel in. One last breath here. Good. And exhale, we're going to come onto our backs. So for this, if you've got a strap, I'd like you to go ahead and grab the strap, and I'll show you how to use it. So start with your knees bent, and we're gonna do a big stretch for the backs of the legs, single leg. Again, now that they're all nice and warmed up, if possible, loop this around the heel of the right foot and extend. All right, let's set it up with a couple of breaths. Take an inhale and extend your heel up nice and far away from you. Now, as you exhale, draw your nose towards your knee. Might feel a little tight. Now inhale and try to extend that one more time, really reach. And then as you exhale, lock this leg where it is and rest your upper body. So now you've got a little bit more length perhaps. Bring your arm out to your side and then use, if you don't have a strap, your hand is on your leg, and lower it over to the outside. Your other leg straightens out and lower it down. Now, this may feel really awkward if you're not used to it. Yes, you got to use a little bit of strength on your hand to hold that strap, okay? And then reach out through the heel and feel a big inner thigh stretch. Beauty of the strap is that the work goes into holding the strap, not in the leg itself. The leg should feel like it can relax. All right, now we're gonna go ahead, inhale that up to the center, and then you're gonna change hands and then let it open to the other side. Oh, yes. So, dropping it over, if you feel like it, you can look the opposite way as well. And it may take some learning if you want to use a strap, how to navigate it, where to hold it, how much strength is required on your grasp. Allowing yourself to really twist from the navel on up. And let's go ahead, bring that up to the center, and we're going to change sides. So take that, put it around the other ankle, or other heel is best. Inhale, reach that heel far away. Exhale, draw your nose towards your knee. Now hold there as you inhale, see if you can kind of normalize and lengthen that again. Exhale, lock the leg where it is, and let the upper body settle down. Open your arm to the side, and then use your grasp to lower the leg to the side as well. And it may feel more stable for you to lengthen the other leg. Now, you gotta probably find your way a little bit here. Press your heel away, and it doesn't have to be close to you. You could also set a block down under that leg, really reaching out. Nice breaths in and out. When you feel tension, your breath wants to get really shallow, or we tend to hold it. But when we can establish that good rhythm again, then again, we're reminding ourselves to relax. Inhale, guided on up. We're gonna pass off to the other hand and then open to the other side again. So we're stretching both parts of the hip, inner and outer here. Okay. Again, reaching through, and here on this one especially, feeling the twist from the navel area on up the spine. Smooth breathing. And finishing your last breath here, let's go ahead, inhale, bring that up to center, and exhale, take the strap off. All right. And we're gonna finish similar to how we started, but a big full body stretch again. Inhale, arms overhead, and this time, take your right hand and grasp your left wrist, pull it over to the side, and then walk your feet over a little bit to the right as well. So this is the banana stretch, big stretch up the side of the body. Nice. You feel a good amount of activation in a stretch like this while being able to lie down. So, win-win, I say. Reach through. If you like, you can cross an ankle over the other one to increase the stretch as well. And then remind yourself to take deep breaths and relax into it. Good. A few honest breaths, and then we'll go do the other side. Grasp your right wrist with your left hand, walking everything over to the left, and feeling that huge full body side stretch down the other side of the body. Relaxing into it. Nice, and all these stretches you can take as long as you want in each one, if it's feeling good or if it helps your body. Let's come back to center, all right? Knees into chest, hug yourself in, rock yourself back up, and return back to life. Thanks for joining me today at the Virtual Y. I hope that you feel a little bit more open, a little bit more energized, and maybe even brought back to center. Take that with you off of your workout space, off of your mat, into your life. See you next time.